Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 19 of Naruto, the God of Shinobi. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share it to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out my main channel Anime King, where I'm going to be posting 2 What If tonight, so you guys go ahead and check it out and enjoy. And also, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King and be a part of the channel. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So, to do a little bit of a recap, the last time we left off, Naruto went to talk to Neji as he was trying to get Neji on his side, knowing that Neji still have hatred for the higher branch of the Hyuga. And also, Fu went with Obito. As they went to the Uchiha hideout, Mikato told Fu that she should go to the Leaf and be with Naruto as backup. So, the way they're going to get her in there is for Obito to let out Kakazo and she will run straight into the Leaf. As Mikato know that Tsunade wouldn't turn down another Jinchuriki. So the last time we left off, Kabuto was going around killing ninjas as he was taking their body as he was preparing for something. He was so lost in thought when Zetsu found him. So yeah, that was basically the last part we left off, so you guys can switch across the playlist and enjoy. But let's start this new episode. Found you at last, said White Zetsu with a chuckle as they emerged from the ground next to Kabuto. Kabuto quickly jumped a distance away from the Akatsuki spy. Jumpy, aren't you? White Zetsu said with another chuckle. Kabuto merely smirked. Well, this is a surprise. I didn't thought that the Akatsuki would have any interest in me, he said. We don't have much choice at the moment, said Black Zetsu, speaking for the first time. Well then, what does the Akatsuki want with me? Asked Kabuto. Are you here to kill me? Don't be ridiculous, said White Zetsu with a grin. Why would we want to kill you? Kabuto simply shrugged. I don't know. It just seemed logical. After all, I pretty much know everything that Orochimaru knew. That may be, said Black Zetsu, but we don't have much choice at the moment. I see, said Kabuto as he lowered his head. So you're here to recruit me then? Clever boy, said White Zetsu. Yes, you're right. The Akatsuki is currently in need of more members, said Black Zetsu. So you chose me, Kabuto said as he bowed, as he was mocking them. I am honored, he said in a sarcastic tone. Don't push your luck, boy. You are lucky that you have been chosen at all, said Black Zetsu. Don't you mean asked Kabuto. Oh yes, I remember now. You can't say no to the Akatsuki, can't you? Because if you do, you will be killed, said Kabuto with a chuckle at the end. Before Zetsu could say anything, another person made her voice known. Well, isn't this a lovely surprise? She said from above. Both Kabuto and Zetsu turned, as, to Zetsu's surprise, standing on a tree branch was Mikato and Killer Bee and Yujito behind her, as the White Zetsu cursed, while Black Zetsu just thought she's early. And who might you be? Asked Kabuto to Mikato. Mikato placed her hands on her hip. Didn't your mother teach you that it's inappropriate to ask someone their name without giving yours? She said like she was talking to a 4-year-old. Kabuto chuckled. No, unfortunately she didn't, he said with a chuckle. Mikato sighed as she shook her head. Well, that is too bad. I guess I'm going to have to teach you manners, aren't I? She said, taking her sword out. We need to get out of here, said White Zetsu to Kabuto. Kabuto shook his head. I think not. This is a perfect chance to try out the Edo Tensei. The Edo Tensei, huh? Thought Mikato. So that is what he's been up to. Oi, said Yujito behind her. Are we really going to fight these guys? She asked. Don't be afraid, kitty, said B with his usually carefree voice. The A-tail is here. While Mikato merely ignored her question, White Zetsu looked at Kabuto. Suit yourself then. Do know that Akatsuki do not require your presence anymore, said White Zetsu as they started dig underground. Kabuto raised an eyebrow. Really? And why is that? Because it doesn't require the service of a dead man, said Black Zetsu as they went underground, vanishing out of sight. Mikato didn't try to stop Zetsu from leaving. Instead, she kept her attention on Kabuto. Kabuto then turned as he faced Mikato, as he narrowed his eyes and took in her appearance. She kinda looked like Sasuke and Itachi. Wait, now that you mention it, he said as he burst out in laughter. What is he laughing about? Asked Yujito. B shrugged, not knowing. Mikato sighed, and before B or Yujito knew it, Mikato was right in front of him, bringing down her sword. Kabuto blocked it with a kunai with a smirk on his face. Well, that was fast, he thought. While both B and Yujito had wide eyes as they didn't even see her move. Now I know who you are. I must say, this is a surprise, said Kabuto. Never thought that I would meet the mother of the two people that destroyed Orochimaru. I am honored that you know who I am, said Mikato with sarcasm. But I really need to be somewhere. So, if you would just let me kill you without too much hassle, I will really appreciate it, she said with a smile. Kabuto smirked again. Too bad, because I have things to do as well. Till we meet again, Uchiha Mikato, as the Kabuto in front of her turned into pure snakes. Mikato jumped back. He's just as slippery as Orochimaru, but I don't know who is uglier. Yujito and B land right next to her. What was that about? Asked Yujito. Nothing for you to worry about, said Mikato. Now, we're going to the Earth Village. As Mikato started to walk away, as Yujito glared at her, B put a hand on Yujito's shoulder. As Yujito took a deep breath in and out. I know, she said, as the three of them made their way to the rock village. With Kabuto, he was walking off as White Zetsu appeared on a tree. It seems you survived, that is surprising. Yeah, I just got lucky, said Kabuto. Akatsuki will need your service after all, said Black Zetsu. Kabuto tilted his head. And here I thought that you didn't. You aren't dead, so that counts for something, said White Zetsu. If I were to join the Akatsuki, I want something in return, said Kabuto. Tell that to Toby, said Zetsu. Kabuto chuckled. Of course. Then let's go. Back in the Leaf Village. So brat, asked Kurama, who is your second choice again? Naruto sighed as he was walking through the village. The village was getting crowded as people were opening shops and getting ready for the day. Weren't you listening when I was speaking about it? He asked Kurama. Not really, said Kurama, as Kushina sighed. Naruto chuckled as he reached near the training ground where his target was. Well then, I will just leave it for suspense for you. Whatever, said Kurama. What about your mission for today? Asked Kushina. The message that Tsunade sent. We got plenty of time, said Naruto, although I am surprised that Kakashi managed to recover that quickly. Don't forget that Tsunade is a medic specialist, Kushina said, and I am sure that Haruno girl must know our stuff as well, and plus Shizune, so that is why he recovered so quickly. Naruto nodded as he agreed. Well, I suppose that you're right. Alright brat, I can't take it anymore. Who is it? Kurama screamed as he wanted to know. Both mother and son sweat dropped. Weren't you the one that said whatever? Naruto said in an amusing tone. Kurama just huffed, not saying anything. We're here, said Naruto as he stood in front of the gate that led to Training Ground 44 aka the Forest of Death, where the Chunin exam take place. Well, the second phase. This place sure bring back memories, said Naruto. Are you sure she's in there? Asked Kurama, as he already know who it was. Naruto mentally nodded. Yeah, this is a place where she escaped from all the crap that this village gives her. This won't be too hard then, said Kushina. It's not that it won't be hard, said Naruto, but it won't be as difficult as Neji. Suddenly, Naruto dodged a kunai as he turned towards where it was thrown from, but there wasn't anyone there. So, she wants to play then, thought Naruto with a smirk as he took out his own kunai. It wasn't long before a barrage of kunai and shurikens headed towards him. Naruto dodged most of them but blocked a few. He jumped up as Minarashi Anko appeared at the spot that he once was. Naruto brought his own kunai forward as he landed and clashed with Anko's. Well, said Anko with a smirk, you're not too bad, brat. Naruto smirked, I can say the same to you. Aw, said Anko with a fake blush, you're making me blush. She then disappeared in a burst of smoke and Naruto felt a kunai aimed at his neck. I would say that I'm better than not too bad, she whispered into his ear from behind him. Naruto just smirked as he too burst in a puff of smoke as she was in the same position as Naruto was holding her and a kunai at her neck. But I'm still better, he whispered in her ear. Anko looked surprised for a few seconds before her grin returned. Well, it looks like you got me. What are you going to do to me now? She said in a seducing voice. Oh yeah, said Kurama with a grin. She's perfect. Kushina here shadowed her eyes. That witch, she thought as her fist was shaking in anger. Unaware of his mother, murderous thought. Depends, said Naruto. There is a lot of things that I can do with you. Anko broke down laughing. Oh yeah, you just made my day, brat. Unfortunately, it's gonna take a lot more than a little flirting to get between my legs, she said. Naruto placed the kunai back in his pouch and stepped back. That wasn't really my intention, because you're the one who attacked me. She shrugged as she put back her kunai. Well, no one comes here, she said honestly. Any reason? Asked Naruto, although he already knew the answer. Because they're smart enough to don't, said Anko like it was nothing. Well, I am not an idiot. Anko rolled her eyes. Well, whatever, brat. Then, why exactly did you come here? She asked. Naruto's face lost all of his playfulness as he turned dead serious. I came here for you, Anko, he said in a serious voice. Anko's fake blush returned. I am flattered truly, she said. Unfortunately, you're a little bit too young for me. When Naruto's face remained serious, Anko knew that he wasn't joking. Well, what do you want from me? She asked him after a couple of seconds. This time Naruto shrugged. It's not what I want, but what you want. Anko's eyes narrowed. What the hell are you talking about, brat? Naruto shrugged again. Exactly what I said. Tell me something, Anko. Are you happy? Anko's face turned confused. Really? What the hell are you talking about? Naruto sighed. Exactly what I asked. Are you truly happy with your life? Anko's face became dark. What the hell is it to you? She asked. With that response, Naruto knew his answer. Everything, actually. Because I have a way where you can finally be happy and not be known as the apprentice of a traitor. Just like with Neji, when Naruto spoke of his father, Anko was in front of him in a second with a kunai. I am not in the mood for this type of crap, brat. I have beaten the bloody pulp out of people for much less than what you said. Naruto simply looked unfazed, like there wasn't a kunai pointed at his throat. It's the truth though. People in this village don't respect you. You're just an outcast like I am. Anko's face became even darker. That's a load of crap. I have friends in this village. Naruto raised an eyebrow. I highly doubt that. But I'll bite. Who? He said in an unbelievable voice. There is Kunai, Yujeo, and everyone in the interrogation department. Naruto nodded his head mockingly. Oh, I see. They are really your friends, alright? Anko narrowed her eyes as she applied more force to the kunai at Naruto's throat. Don't go make fun of me, you brat. You got that? Oh really, said Naruto. Because everyone in this village, even your so-called friends, have been mocking you. So, what if I want to do it? What if I want to make fun of you? What made me different? Anko didn't reply, as the force on the kunai didn't lessen either. You want to know why you're angry at me? Said Naruto. It's because you know I am right. Those friends you have at the interrogation department will turn on you and torture you if they are told so. Even Kunai, she might not despise you like the others, but she only put up with you. That can be said for Yujeo as well. At this, the force on the kunai was lessening, so he pressed forward. You're starting to understand, aren't you? You don't have anyone in this village. You're all alone. You've been alone for a long time now, as you are trying to escape that truth, blinding yourself thinking that you have connection in this village. But you don't. You are simply viewed as the apprentice of a traitor, and they expect you to go down the same path. Since they couldn't get to the real person that actually deserved that mistreatment, so they went to you. In other words, you're a scapegoat like me. Tears started to fall down her face at this point as she dropped to her knees and she released the kunai as it fell to the ground. Are you here to make me feel bad? She said as tears are still streaming down. Naruto kneeled down as he grabbed her face, stroking her cheek softly. Despite being Anko, she leaned into it. No, I am here to offer you a way out of this misery. You deserve much better than all of this. You deserve much better. This village is just stupid in not realizing that. What do you have to offer? Anko asked softly. At this, Naruto smiled. A better life and a chance to get back at this place for all the misery that it cost you. Will you leave me? Asked Anko as she remembered how Orochimaru left her, discarded her like a broken tool. Naruto shook his head. Of course not. That made her decision. It may be rash, but she didn't care, as he broke through all of her defenses that she was alone. She had no one, as he was offering the chance of he being there for her, and she was willing to risk it. Anko then held on to his hands on her cheek. As she pulled him in closer, Naruto did nothing to stop it as their lips met. Kushina then closed her eyes as she didn't want to see her son kissing another woman, as she was his mother and that was embarrassing. This brat is really something, said Kurama. Meanwhile, Kakazu wanted to stab something fast and hard because of the person next to him. This bastard! How long is he going to keep us in here? Hidan shouted, as Obito had sent both of them to his dimension. Both of them were tied up with seals, and that prevent them from using any chakra. I would rather be dead than listen to this, thought an angry Kakazu. Calm down, said Obito, as he appeared in the dimension in a vortex. You bastard! Scream out Hidan. Get us the hell out of here. Kakazu could only sigh. Does he think that he's really in a situation that he could demand anything? As Kakazu was amazed at his ex-partner, as he was really stupid. Obito raised an eyebrow. You really shouldn't be demanding anything. Screw you! Shout out Hidan. Why is it this guy that has to go free? But he will be dead soon. Obito then walked up to Hidan as he was ignoring all his curses, as he teleported him to the real world, knowing that he couldn't do crap since the position that he was in. Kakazu raised an eyebrow. You actually let him go? He asked as he was surprised. Obito shrugged, considering how he's going to end up. I think he would have preferred being in this position. But then again, it's Hidan, so I don't know. What are you going to do? Asked Kakazu. Obito chuckled. You're in no position to ask anything either. Besides, I'm taking a huge risk by keeping you in here. And why is that? Asked Kakazu. Again, you're in no position to ask anything, Obito said, as he was about to transport himself when Kakazu spoke. Wait, said Kakazu. Obito tilted his head as he waited, as he wanted to know what Kakazu wanted to say. Kakazu was silent for a few seconds before looking Obito straight into the eyes. The offer you made me in Taki, is it still on the table? Obito crossed his arms as he closed his eyes, as the place was tense for a few minutes. He then opened them as he looked at Kakazu. And why should I even consider you at this point? You already said no. Kakazu nodded. True, but that is because I actually thought that I had a chance. Also, I am starting to think that you're more dangerous than the Akatsuki. But guys, I'm going to be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And go ahead and check out my main channel. I'm going to be posting 2 what ifs tonight for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, without further ado, I'm over now guys. See ya. Peace.